Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a few items from Anker, a couple of power banks, and a look at some of their new ruggedized cables, that come with a warranty. The power banks that we're looking at today are the PowerCore Fusion, not Dragon Ball Z Fusion, PowerCore Fusion from Anker. We're also looking at the PowerCore Turbo, which is coming with a nice little feature of being able to go from 0 to 100% in 90 minutes. And we're talking about a 16,000 milliamp hour power bank. This is TK. Let's check them out. Taking a look at a couple of things here. The cables that we got here today are the iPod cables. These are lightning cables. They do provide us with micro USB and USB Type-C cables. Now this is the 3-foot cable. They do provide it also in a 6-foot as well as a 10-foot length. All have the same characteristics, and one of the things I want to show you guys here real quick is the difference between what we get here. Obviously we do get the nice soft Velcro to be able to keep your cable management. As you can see here is the standard cable that you normally get with your iPhone, with your iPod, or even with your iPad. You'll notice how the difference in quality, the build quality, just comparing it to the one that we get from Anker, the ruggedness, the actual reinforcement that we have here is very different. And 90% of the time, whenever I've had cables fail on me before, this is where the weak points, this is where it fails. It never fails at the connector. It fails right there from the bending that you end up doing. And this is very reinforced right here. Single piece, not two-piece mechanism here where we have plastic and rubber. Single piece, rubber covering the entire thing. And the same thing, the connector works the exact same way. We get the same protection right there on the USB Type A connector. You'll notice right there again, same construction used by Apple where we get the plastic and the rubber. Here, single piece, same thing, we connect it and it works very nice. Now, mind you, this is the 3-foot cable. This is probably around closer, a little bit longer than that, but they do provide 3 different sizes as I showed you guys. So it's definitely the cable you want to get. And when you look at just gauge difference, just between looking at both of them, just to show you guys real quick, you can see it right there. It's almost double the width, the thickness, just from the shielding and the protection that you get on your standard cable. Switching over to the power banks, we're going to take a look real quick at the PowerCore Fusion first, as this one is the smallest of the two. Here is the PowerCore Fusion. It comes with a micro USB to USB Type A connector to be able to charge it. If you just want to charge it in the standard traditional way, we do have a welcome guide as well as are you happy and sharing your opinion. We do get a carrying case, a nice little mesh carrying case that you'll be able to put the power bank as well as the cable and carry it with you. Just very nice, very organized. But taking a look at the actual PowerCore Fusion, which is where it really gets into a very nice design. It's small, it's a 5,000 milliamp bank. You definitely have the small thickness here. It's still a power bank. Plugs into the wall and it can be used as a standard charger. Now it has 2 USB ports that output at 2.1 amps when plugged in, 3 amps when it's not plugged in when you're using it on a power bank. And of course the micro USB is what you'll use to be able to charge it if you want to use it in that way. The main benefit of this is you have an indicator here on the left side to be able to see how much the power you have, obviously 30, 60, and 90, 100% here. And then when you're using it at home, you just keep it plugged in. When you're done, you want to leave, you never have to think about it. You unplug it, close it, and you have 5,000 milliamp power bank ready to go to charge your devices. Last but not least, the star of the show in my opinion, this is the PowerCore Turbo. The PowerCore Turbo has a lot of benefits, and one of them is, first, it's a 16,000 milliamp power bank. The second main benefit about it is it has power IQ, voltage boost, as well as multi-protection points, so to make sure that we don't overheat or any problems with the battery. Now this is similar to the one we had with the PowerCore Fusion, as this is some of the main technology that Anker applies into all of their power banks to make sure that we have safe batteries. Here is the PowerCore. You notice there's a big plug on the left side. We're not used to seeing these on the power banks. And the reason behind this is that's how we charge it, to be able to go from 0 to 100% when it's empty and all 16,000 milliamps are recharged and ready for us to use. We have 2 ports here that are able to charge our devices at 2.4 amps each. And of course, if we want to charge it at home, we'd be able to plug it in using the micro USB and charge it back like a regular power bank. Before we go too far, we do have a button here that shows us the percentage. Now this one goes 25, 50, 75, 100%. And on the bottom side, there's nothing else. It's a nice little glossy finish. It's not as slippery as you think it is, but it is definitely a fingerprint magnet. Now, once you take the items out of the box, we do have a micro USB to USB Type A cable that will enable us to charge this if we want to use the port. Now, this is going to be what you use to charge it back at home. They don't provide us with a home charger. They only provide us with basically a travel charger because this plugs into your car. It's a single piece that you're able to connect, and it will charge your device back from 0 to 100% in 90 minutes. And I have tested this many, many times. And I think my favorite part is usually whenever if I'm down, let's say 50% and I want to be able to use it, I just plug it in, about 45-minute drive from the home to the office. I have my power bank charged to 100%. When I'm traveling, easy to charge, easy to work. You can take it with you and plug it in the car as you're traveling. So it's really good for travel. It's really good to be able to charge up your devices. And at 16,000 milliamp, you can charge up a lot of devices with this over and over. I went ahead and plugged in my Smart power meter into the turbo. I'm going to plug in my iPhone. Now we are at 96%. It's not going to be drawing a full power, but I'm getting 5 volts at about 1.5, 1.2, 1.3 amps. And that's about average of what you'd expect. It's going to draw more power the more the actual device needs juice. And let's go ahead and plug it in directly into our iPhone. Drawing about the same, 5 volts at about 1 amp, a little bit more. Again, had our device been empty, we would be able to get more. I'm really liking the quality of these cables. It's easy to see how much better they are than the actual standard, let's say iPhone cables, or even some of the other manufacturers. Just make sure that when you're getting a cable, get the cable that you know will always work for you. Don't get a cable that you're never going to know if it's going to break, and you're going to have to kind of wiggle it around to try to get your phone to charge to get you home. So thank you to Anker for allowing me to check out these cables. The PowerCore Turbo and the Fusion are definitely very unique power banks that not only give you the ability to be able to charge your devices, but also offer it in a nice seamless way. I think the Fusion by far is the best because you can plug things to it, charge it, and when you need it, just leave the house, take it with you, and it's fully charged, ready for you, and you have 5,000 milliamps to be able to just recharge your device about a time and a half now with some of our new devices. And of course, the turbo, 0 to 100% in 90 minutes, it's enough said. If there's about one thing that I can actually nitpick on about this is, I wish they would provided us the ability to charge it at that speed from home, because right now the only way to do this is in the car. You can charge it at normal speed when you're charging it from home, but to get the full benefit of this, obviously it's meant for the outdoors. It's meant for whenever you need to just basically get a lot of juice, to be able to charge up your devices and just keep going. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.